Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. In the last episode, our journey began, and I picked our first Pokemon, which is Bulbasaur, which I've named after a friend of mine. Not using their real name, of course, because they don't want me to, so I respect their decision, and therefore will be naming it after what their online alias is instead. So, we made it to Viridian City, but there isn't really much we can do here at the moment. Trainer tips. The battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points, PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Yes, and we'll be visiting those a lot. We could try and head up, but... Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. I'm so sorry, he hasn't had his coffee yet. I absolutely forbid you from going through here. This is private property. Okay, you want to know the funny thing about the West version of the game, so the Japan release of this game versus the American and Europe release? In the Japan version of this game, the old man is drunk and is passed out, having a hangover. But on this game, he just wants his coffee. Japan had the better version. We missed out. That's just so funny that there's a old man passed out drunk because he had too much to drink. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. Would you like me to heal your Pokemon back to perfect health? Yes. And this is where we just mash the A button constantly and hope we don't mash it too much, because then we have to go through the cutscene again. Alternatively, you can mash B and you'll be safe. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They charge no money, so don't be shy about healing Pokemon, except from in Gen 7. Well, that's only because of a certain story progression. Pokemon Centers heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. They make all Pokemon completely healthy. Now, Gen 1 is actually... Well, I'll explain that in a moment. Please, feel free to use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me so. It's so kind of her. So there's one thing I want to mention. Out of all the Pokemon generations, Gen 1 is actually not the generation I grew up with. It is true that the first ever Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Fire Red version, but I never finished it because I was very young when I played it, and there was one point in the game that actually stumped me to the point where I couldn't get past it. So I didn't know what to do. The first Pokemon game I beat was actually Pokemon Emerald, which is Generation 3, and that will be the version I play when I get to that point, but that's still nowhere near. That's a long way away, because I'll be doing Generation 2 next, which I'll most likely be playing Heart Gold or Soul Silver. What do I do? Oh yes, I need to go in the Pokemart and pick up our Oak's parcel. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Prof Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? Received Oak's parcel for... Oh, okay. And I put Oak's parcel in the key items pocket in my bag, so it must have been a very small parcel. I've got to buy some potions. You never know when your Pokemon will need quick healing. This shop does good business in antidotes, I've heard. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what every trainer says, and sometimes the speech is slow. Okay, thanks. Please say hi to Oak for me. Oh, can I not buy any items? Because I want to buy some stuff. No, okay, I have to do that later. Because believe it or not, you're allowed up to 6 Pokemon on a team, by the way, and like I've mentioned in the previous episode, I've already decided what my whole team is going to be, and I know what I'm going to name the next Pokemon after. Well, it depends on its gender, though, to be fair. And one of the Pokemon that I want on my team is already one that we've seen, so I would like to add it to my team sooner rather than later. Oh yeah, and if you try to get the last one, that's Prof Oak's last Pokemon. If you tried to pick it earlier, it says you shouldn't be greedy. Oh, Vasard, how is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer, Blood. It's been literally 20 minutes. What's that? You have something for me? Well, 20 minutes of this game time. 2.5 decades. Well, no, not that long. 2 decades in real time. Yes, I've been playing Pokemon since I was very young, if you couldn't tell. Ah, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order. Thank you. Gramps. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Vasard and Chris, take these with you. Receive the Pokédex from Prof Oak. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. Received 5 Pokeballs, thank you. I was hoping to buy some. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world, that was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't get the job done. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps. Leave it all to me. Vasard, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Vasard. Ha ha ha. Don't bother coming around to my place after this. I mean, thanks for the subtle hint, I guess. And no, my best friend isn't like this in real life. My best friend's a lot nicer, but the rival in this game is meant to be a bit of a... well, he's meant to have a bit of an ego, to put it lightly, and be competitive. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this will help you. And I got the town map from Daisy. Right, let's head on, shall we? First of all, let's head back up to Viridian's city and see if I can encounter what it is I want to catch. And no, it's not that. Did I forget to heal? Oh, I'm fine. Okay, I'll show you what Leech Seed does later, but there's no point in using it now. Yeah, a lot of Pokemon I add to my team are probably going to be named after my friends in this playthrough. I will most likely be changing this up if I do Generation 2. But in Generation 2 I'm going to be taking notes on what Pokemon to have, because my memory of Generation 2 is a lot less. I remember a lot less things, is what I'm trying to say. I forgot what the word is. Right, Pidgey. This is actually the Pokemon I want to add to my team. Pidgey holds a very special place in my heart. It was the first Pokemon I ever caught in my original time playing Fire Red. I added it to my team because I was a big fan of birds when I was a kid. So I will be adding this one. I was hoping it would be female, but it's fine, because I'll name it after a different friend instead. Pidgey was caught. Give a nickname to the Pidgey. So I'm going to be naming this after a good friend of mine who doesn't mind if I use his actual name. So I'll use his actual name. His name is Andy. So, hi Andy, if you're watching this. He likes birds as well, so that's actually a fitting Pokemon for him. Again, I'm not obviously going to say what his surname is. That's going way too far. First names only. just gonna heal again. Now, because I have 2 Pokemon now, the one that will be sent out in battle is the one that will be at the top leftmost in my party tab. So if I go to here, we'll see that Saint will be sent out rather than Andy. If I want Andy to be sent out, I'll need to move him over. Well now, I've had my coffee, and that's what I need to get going. What is that red box you have? Ah, so you're working on your Pokédex. Then let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokédex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon. I just caught one! I suppose I'd better show you then. But I just caught one. Okay, the old man is not catching a shiny Weedle, which is quite funny that can happen. I like how it says, what will the old man do, rather than giving him a name. The old man used a Pokeball. But yeah, this is just in case you don't know what you're doing, but like I said, I already caught one. And yes, that Weedle can be shiny. Those of you who don't know what a shiny Pokemon is, there is a 1 in 4,000 chance in this generation that there is a Pokemon can be shiny when you encounter it. If it's shiny, it means it's a different colour. That's all it is. Loads of people like to collect shiny Pokemon. You will most likely have seen a shiny Pokemon if you've played Pokemon Go or have played Generation 2. There, now tell me, that was educational, was it not? I already knew what I was doing. And here, take this too. Okay, that's fine. Teachy TV. I can't even remember what that does. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It will teach you about the basics of being a... Oh, it just lets me re-watch that, I suppose. Right here, there's an item, but there's a tree in the way. This tree looks like it can be cut down, but unfortunately we can't cut it down because we need a certain move in order to do that, and we don't have it. Right here we have a Pokemon gym. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. We'll find that out later. Right, we can also go this way as well. Those Pokeballs at your waist. You have Pokemon, don't you? It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. There's another tree in the way here. That NPC is stuck there, so that's unfortunate for them. Oh, or I can just walk over here, I guess, and get the item this way. And it's a potion. Right, so we can actually head over here, and my plan is I'm going to switch out and put Andy at the front, so Andy can get a few levels. I will show you what's over here, but I don't know if it's going to end well. So we got a Rattata, level 3, so I'm going... So, this method that I'm using is called switch training. This is where you put a weaker Pokemon at the front, and then switch it out so that a stronger Pokemon that you have therefore takes the hit. And the weaker Pokemon will gain half the experience that you would have gained. So this way, Andy, my Pidgey, will level up. Wow, that did a lot of damage. But if I defeated this with just Andy, Andy would have gained twice as much EXP, but they split it because they were both involved in the battle. Oh, hello. Hey, Vasard. You're off to the Pokemon League? Forget about it. You probably don't have any badges, do you? Neither do you. The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? No. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit difficult, actually, because I believe he has 3. He has 2. Rival Chris sent out Pidgey. Hey, he's doing the same thing as me. Level 9! Oh, I've lost. I'm not winning this. Chris gets his revenge. I forgot that he was level 9. I thought he had... I knew he was over here, but I just forgot. Or unless... use Leech Seed. And what Leech Seed does is it will give me some of my health back. while damaging my foe. And then I can use Growl. And hope that I don't get critted. And this way I can lower Pidgey's attack. Although the problem is, he's going to send in Charmander after. Don't get a crit. Damn it! What did I tell you not to do? Well, I've definitely lost this now. Yeah. Oh, and I missed, of course. My one hope was that the Pidgey did not get a crit, because then I could have just healed. But he got a crit, which meant it did more damage. What are you doing? Yeah, am I great or what? Yeah. You only won because I got really unlucky. Oh. I scammed him. He gave me more money. Okay, when you lose a battle, you get sent back to a Pokemon Center. I didn't know where he was over there. I knew the rival was there somewhere, but the two things I forgot was, first of all, what level he was, and second of all, where you encounter him, because I wanted to level up my Pidgey a little bit. So now that I know where he is and what level of Pokemon he has, I can rematch him in just a moment, and I think that'll be the last thing I do this episode, but let's go level up a little bit first, because I'd rather not get destroyed by a level 9 Pidgey again. A level 2 Mankey. I could probably beat this with Andy. Andy has decent physical attack. Oh, or he could get a crit, that works as well. But I guess I can use this to explain some things. So, I forgot to mention what happens with Pidgey. So, Pidgey evolves into Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto, and then Pidgeot later on. It is a normal flying type, which is a fairly common typing. Flying types are very good against fighting types, grass types, and bug types. They are weak, however, to ice, and they are also weak to rock. Which means that they basically... Well, if you see an ice or a rock type, you don't want to use a flying type against it. Flying types are also completely immune to ground types. So if you use a ground type move on a flying type, it's going to do absolutely nothing. Yes, some Pokemon have immunity. Right, then we have Rattata here, which is a normal type Pokemon. It evolves into Raticate, and then that's it. Normal types have, or are not super effective against anything. I need to switch Andy out. I don't want him to faint again. So normal types are weak to fighting types, and that's it, but the problem with normal types is they are not super effective against anything. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, and actually normal types are immune to ghost types, but ghost types are also immune to normal type moves, so it is what it is. Okay, we've got Rattata. And Andy learnt Sand Attack, which is one of the meanest moves in the whole of Pokemon. Because it makes it so that you lower the Pokemon's accuracy that you hit it with. So, yeah. It's a very annoying move to deal with. Okay, now that I've got Andy up to level 5, I will go heal again. I still want a couple more levels before I go fight Chris again. So yeah, this will most likely be a slightly longer episode, because I want to take down my rival to get revenge. Ideally, I want to get Pidgey to level 8, and then I should be confident enough. Level 5 Rattata, though. It's highly unusual. Nice. And he got a crit. Oh, close. I think I can take down another one. If I get a level 5, though, I will be switching out. And the other Pokemon we saw there was Mankey. Mankey is a pure fighting type that evolves into Primeape later on. I can't remember what level it evolves because I haven't really used it all. Okay, you're gonna defeat me. It is a pure fighting type, which means it is weak to flying and psychic. However, it is... Oh, it's also weak to fairy, but there's no fairy types in Gen 1. And he grew to level 6. Saint grew to level 8. So Saint, I'm happy with level 8. I can probably win my rival. I can probably win against my rival now, even though flying is super effective against grass, but I don't think Pidgey learns a stab move. Stab, by the way, means same type attack bonus in Pokemon games, so when we refer to stab, it means a move that is the same as the Pokemon's type, because if you use a move that is the same type, you get a damage bonus. Well, technically Pidgey does have a stab move, it has tackle, but that's not really what I want as a stab move. Okay, so here's the plan. I'll go do one more battle, or not one more battle, but I'll level up one more time, while talking about a few more things. And then after that... I'll go take down my rival, because I feel confident enough that I can take the rival down. But I just need Pidgey to not be, or Andy rather, whatever you want to refer it as, to be 6 levels lower than the Pokemon that my opposition is using. And I'm going to be a bit mean and probably spam Sand Attack and hope that... Level 2, that's fodder, that's fine. But the other reason I want to get Andy leveled up is because I have to go through an area called Viridian Forest. And Viridian Forest is full of bug types, which Bulbasaur is weak to bug types, so... Okay, I'm at full health, so this is fine now. Right, so we will put Saint at the front. Right, try again. Yes, they did this time. Yours are still higher though, but I feel I can take you down. I'm going to do the same strategy as last time, and you're using Sand Attack. Oh boy. Okay, I didn't miss. That's the important thing. I just wanted the Sand Attack off. If I can get the Sand Attack off, I should be fine. Because this way... Because the only... Or, not Sand Attack, the Leech Seed. Because the only way you get out of Leech Seed is switching. Because my defense is now slightly higher, I am taking less damage. And I'm also just going to be spamming Growl, so that I can just recover from Leech Seed. Is this a mean strat? Yes, but I want the EXP, and I'd prefer not to lose again, and I have a major type disadvantage, because both of his Pokemon are super effective against my starter. The only thing I hope is that his Charmander has not learned Ember yet. I can't remember when it learns it, and I'm a bit worried because, well, if he has Ember, I'm in trouble. Okay, he's just using Well, I missed because he lowered my accuracy with that. That's fine. I missed again, but we're doing the same damage. He can't win in this situation. Unless he gets a crit. Now it's even less likely he's going to win. It still does 3 damage. You can only lower a stat 6 times. After that, it doesn't work anymore. Right, but his Pidgey should faint because, well, yeah, just absorbed all of its health. So yeah, that's the first one. And there we go, level 9. We're now on par. Rival Chris is about to send out Charmander. Now, because we're the main character, we get main character privilege, which means we can switch out our Pokemon when he switches one in. And I will be doing that because I'd rather not have Saint get burnt to a crisp. Level 9, Sand Attack. So I'm going to try and use 3 Sand Attacks to lower his accuracy as much as I can. And this way, hopefully, he'll start missing. I might have to do another one, actually. Okay, he's doing 5 damage per hit. But I have another trick up my sleeve. Right. Don't get a crit. Please. Oh, he missed. Even better. So that's 5. I'll use 1 more. Okay, so he's now at the lowest accuracy he can be. I can't lower it anymore. Right. I'm going to switch back to Saint. And hopefully, he will miss constantly. And to increase my chances of winning, I'm going to Leech Seed him. Perfect. It does a percentage of the opponent's health, but we don't know exactly how much health he has. We just know by colour. I've pretty much got this though, and it looks like he doesn't have Ember yet, so... This is the thing with Bulbasaur, you can use it to stall out battles that you wouldn't usually be able to win. The other trick I had was to use one of the potions I had. Player defeated a rival Chris. Aw, you just lucked out, real. And I get my money back, hooray! I heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. No you. Okay, bye then. Alright, however, that is going to be it for this episode, as this has gone way over 20 minutes. So thank you all so much for watching, and next time on Pokemon Fire Red, well, we'll head more to the west, but we'll find out that we can't progress much further. See you guys then.